Hello, here we are. Screen looks a bit weird at the minute because I've got to share the whole screen in order to play this game. So let's see if we can do this. And then hopefully we'll be... here we go. Here we go. Hello, Miss Sparkle. I see you there. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. I think I can... let me be quiet for a second. I'm just going to see if I can be in this studio on my other computer and mute everything. Right now, yeah. I'm gonna have to keep out of. I can't put comments up on the. I can. I mean, I can comment. I can still comment. Yeah, I can imagine that was awful. Sorry about that. I've got a great industry interview lined up tonight, and thank God I have my YouTube channel because at the moment I have not been doing so good. Struggling with a few things at the moment. It is fair to say. Just trying to tidy up my desk here a bit. I need to sort them out. Right. Yeah, sorry about that. Right now, so I've been playing this game. I played it as the Germans. I thought I was doing all right, and then it all just fell apart very quickly. So I conceded that game. I've just started as the Americans, and I mean, I know I did a couple of things wrong as the Germans, but it feels like, oh, hang on, I went wrong there. I need to go back. It feels like the Germans are moving like way faster than I was able to move. Now, I'm not sure what about that. I'm going to delete a few of these while I'm here. I'm not sure what about that I did differently. I know I activated some German units late using this card system thing that they've got. It's kind of a cool system. But I took my sweet ass time activating a couple of the cheaper ones that I should have really activated, like on turn 1. But yeah, I really the Germans are coming in like really fast on this, so I'm not too sure. Gonna leave the rest of those. Okay, so we're going to open. This is the Allied save. Yes, I'm playing the Americans, so there we are. Map should come up momentarily for you. There you go. I'm playing the Americans and the British now. I've got Fog of War on, so you can only see what you can see with the with the Germans. You can only see which Germans are within seeing distance, so to speak. But the fact that he's already making progress here is concerning, because this is generally considered to be an impregnable area in the bulge, the top part of the shoulder. So I've got to do whatever I can to get rid of this guy, for example. Now, I still haven't worked out if it's more effective to drop artillery individually on a unit like this. Every time you get a red thing here, that's a casualty. So we caused 5 casualties there. He was at 40, he's dropped to 35. Or if I should do it, is it more effective to do a combined assault with an artillery piece and another guy? Now, I sustained a lot of casualties there. He sustained 11. And he's retreated. Now, the annoying thing is he's retreated in, not out. So now I've got to use everything I can to inflict further damage on this guy and get rid of him. This guy can reach him, but doesn't have any energy to attack. By the way, if there's an undo feature on this, I have not worked out how to use that. So that is not something I've worked out how to do. Okay, so this guy's penetrated my lines, which is kind of annoying. We've also got this guy pushing in here. I think we'll attack with everything now. Ah, we killed him. All right, we're not going to push. I'm playing purely a defensive game here, certainly in this area. I've got some armor here. And let's use that on this guy. Combine it with that. 250 to 1. Surely we've got to be okay. He's retreated yet again. Now, I think my tank can probably do a follow-up. Yes, it can. Not enough to do anything, annoyingly. This could go to here. This is a headquarters unit, and it can also attack, so it will. Didn't do anything. Okay. Wormy Spoons is here. Miss Sparkles, what is an artillery piece? So this is basically, I don't know if I can make these counters any bigger. Let me zoom in. Is that the largest? This is the largest they go. Yeah, this is the largest they go. So this is Battle of the Bulge, 1944. And the Germans are attacking. So this is the top of the bulge, right? If I zoom out a little bit, so these grey units are the Germans here. Let me just click off that. And you can see here they're already pushing forward with some vigor. Further down here, trust me, there's loads of Germans back here you can't see. You've got the 12th SS Panzer Division here pushing forward with some vigor as well. There's a massive gap in my lines here, very worryingly so. There's already some German units that have broken through, and I've come across a couple around here. And then we go further south. I've got some units cut off here. They can't really do much. They can sort of slowly try and retreat, but they really can't do much. I think this one is in a defensive position, so I'm better off kind of leaving him where he is because it'll take longer to remove, but he's pretty much done for. And then here you can see the Germans are pushing forward here. They're attacking here as well. They're attacking here. They're attacking here. Here they've got this guy right behind my lines here. Look, this guy here who I attacked and I also forced to retreat. Which is not good, because if he goes wandering off on his own, he could come down and capture these 3 flags here, and it's all about capturing these towns with the flags in. I've got American reinforcements trudging along this road, but somewhat slowly. I've already moved most of these, I think, already this turn. And then this is the sort of the bottom sector, which isn't typically attacked by the Germans, but guess what? They're attacking it. There's a Greek team there, so that's Germans disguised as Americans. I just killed them. That's a result, at least. So here, for example, like this guy, two guys here, there's an artillery piece here. I'm probably better off, I think that's 1 against 12. I'm better off not attacking with him and just kind of leaving him where he is. Same with these guys. To try and sort of defend. Now I think I'll attack this. Yeah, I'll attack with these. Go all out. Can I get another attack with the tank? I can. I don't really want to pursue him, but can I do a follow-up? No. Okay. Fuck. That's a headquarters unit. So we're right down the bottom of the map now. So what I'm going to do is zoom out a bit, not that far, and I'll kind of work my way up to see what we've got. So this guy here, for example, again, he's kind of surrounded. I could try and move him out. I could try and retreat him with these guys, but he'll probably get attacked on the way out and destroyed. So sometimes I just have to reply to somebody on Facebook. Yeah, so here again, I'm being attacked by quite considerable odds. Is there a reason to stay there? It's difficult to tell. That guy's in a crossroads. I can't also tell when units are entrenched. Let's look at this stuff down here. Average uncertainty roll. Entrenchment improves, right? So he's got an entrenchment of 124. Okay, so that's how you tell with the sandbags. These guys have got entrenchment of 34, 124. Again, best off leaving them where they are. See, this guy's already got quite far behind my lines. Yeah, so this is a tough unit. So if there's one of them there, there's going to be a whole load more of them. Probably all this lot. And as you can see, I've got very little in the way of the Germans at the minute. I've moved most of these already. So, yeah. I've got a load of units, by the way, that can't be moved on the board. So the ones with the exclamation mark on, like if I zoom in on these, like this guy, they can't be moved. This guy can, and the blue is where he can move to. Same with this guy. So you can see there's a whole load of British forces up here, like the 5th Army here, or I think that might be the 51st Division, 51st Highlander Division, I think that is. These are various elements of that, but they cannot be moved at the moment. Now, I might get a card to activate them, but at the minute, no such card has come up. I also don't have the 101st Airborne yet. I thought they might be positioned on the board at the start of the game, like right at the back or something like that, but they're not actually here, and nor are the 82nd. So presumably, again, they're going to be cards that I can activate with what's called PP points. PP points sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? Political points. They're listed as PP up here to play regime action cards or make decisions. So, yeah, and these are the cards. You've got these things like supply depots. You've got some air support stuff. It's all reduced because of the weather at the moment. And you've got replacements and fuel and things like this. All of this stuff is fairly moot right now because we're right near the beginning of the game. And I don't need those things in the present day, present time. What I do need is reinforcements, and lots of them quickly. So this is a unit here, for example, but it would appear that it also can't be moved. So I'm just checking on the map to see if there's anything else I can move, like this guy. And this guy. I know these can move as well, but they're like garrison units, so I'm going to keep them there because obviously there's no telling where this German player could end up outflanking me anywhere. So I've got various kind of like one-off units like this that I need to make sure that I don't miss. Now, Wilts up here is a supply depot. These guys are very well entrenched, so again, I'm not going to move them. I'm going to try it. This is oh, I didn't actually want to move that guy. This is Bastogne. So Bastogne is defended at the minute by these guys, and it's kind of gotten out of defense here. I'm going to keep that in place as it is because it's got defenses on all the roads coming in apart from here. As soon as I get some reinforcements, I'm going to defend Bastogne, which is key to the bulge, as we know. By the way, guys, if you're still watching, which some of you are, yeah, they're not. This is the second day of the battle, Keith, so that's why I can't move those guys at the moment. You're going to want to watch my channel at 9 o'clock. I know that's the same time as open bar, but that's when I've got LaMonica Garrett coming on, who's one of the stars of 1883, designated survivor. That's the only time he could do. I tried to get him to come on at 8 o'clock, but I always have to work around the availability of my guests. So he's coming on at 9. I've only got him for an hour. So I will be down while open bar is still running. I think that's all I can move. These guys, again, they're all exclamation mark jobs, so they can't be moved. There's nothing in Namur that can be moved. These are all the British. I've got some Americans here. Aha, I've got to move these guys. There are some railways on the map, But as of yet, I have not learned how to use the railways or if the railways function. Now, I think I'm probably best off moving these down this row to Sini and then working out where they're going to go from there. So let's send them to Sini. I'm also I'm sending these guys. These are the 29th Infantry Division. They don't appear to have a headquarters unit, or at least if they have, I can't find it. It might be here somewhere, but I don't know. I can't see it anywhere. So, storming into the bulge, not knowing where they're going or what they're doing. Oh, Keith, that's very kind. Thank you for that. I know some of my regulars will be watching Open Bar because that's where a lot of us met. And I know Drink had a particularly tumultuous time. Aha, there's another unit I missed. Look, getting back from the States from his holiday. He had a particular tumultuous time. Now that's a victory hex, so I'm going to put that guy on Man A, and I'm going to keep him there. There was a battle with Tigers at Man Hay, I know, because I played the squad leader battle of that. I'm spilling myself. This is a good way of seeing any guys you've missed. You can enlarge the map to this size, see if you've missed anyone. Don't think so. I think we've done everyone. There was that one guy, but I take it my audio sounds good. This is on the new camera, so I'm on the different camera on this computer. And this is the new PC. Now, let's go in here. I think we might want to drop an artillery stonk on this guy. Let's definitely do that. Do we want to attack him? No. Leave them. Try and break up his... that was very effective. Doesn't seem to have done him any damage. See, I don't know how it works, because this guy was already on 50, I think. Unless he was on 57. I don't get how this stuff works. This is an artillery battalion as well, but it's too close to him. Actually, probably be better pulling this out away from him. I'll do that. This unit is also artillery battalion. Well, that's worth doing. Right, so he's on 50. Let's see what happens. Now that's 2 damage. So is he going to go down to 48? Yes, he is. Okay, it must have been 57 before. Okay. So there's not a lot of attacking I can do. It's all defending at the minute. Everything for me is defending right now. And moving units up where and when I can. I really need to get some units in Ettlebrook as soon as possible, or fall back these guys to that location, which I might do actually. I might fall them back to there. These guys are coming up, so they're going to occupy Mersch. They might also come up and assist there. There's typically on the southern shoulder, the German offensive is not that strong, but as a German player, you've got an option of where you move your units, where you put them in the game. So where you start them, rather. There's certain configuration starts the same every turn, and then you've got all these activation cards, and you can activate them anywhere along the rear, including some hexes along the bottom right-hand corner and some hexes along the top right-hand corner. So, right, we're going to let the German player, the computer, but this game is notable for the AI being really quite good, which is unsurprising when you consider how AI has advanced. Oh shit, look, there's another one I forgot to move. Yeah, let's move him. He's not doing any good there, is he? All right, defending that little town. There's another one I've got to move. Fuck's sake. So there are a couple I forgot to move. Gonna double check, make sure I haven't missed anything. I think that is it though. Yeah, do we want that guy defending that flat? Maybe. I'm going to pull him in actually. Let's pull him into there. We are allowed to move him. Just wait to see. All right. This guy, he can move. Do I want him to is the question. He's defending a pretty important victory supply place there. No, I think we better keep him there. There are paratroops in this game. You never know where they're going to end up. German's got a couple of paratroop units. It's got some grief units. It can drop behind the lines. Germans disguised as American MPs, all that. So, all right. I'm going to let the German have his turn. I'm going to dash to the board. All right, I'm back. Really warm today. My hay fever's thrown up a little bit. I sound like I'm here on the couch. That's good news. Let's just refresh this somehow. Okay, good. Right, so here it's now a night turn. It's the fourth turn. So the first day is done. You get like a morning and afternoon. I think there's like a morning, a daytime, and an afternoon or something. Three turns in a day. And then you get a night turn. So every fourth turn is a night turn. So you can see round 8. Mist is predicted. These are the weather predictions. When there's mist, there's very little vision. Can't see very far. Now, these are the Axis losses. So I've killed quite a few. I've killed some Fallschirmjäger there, but that could be ground for our Fallschirmjäger because there's a whole Fallschirmjäger division in the bulge. Taken out 7 Jag Panthers. I've taken out 5 Panthers. So I've done quite a lot of damage to him there while he's been attacking. He's lost 2,724 points of power. Right. I, on the other hand, have lost 5,845. I mean, that's to be expected, but that is quite high. I don't know that I ever got that high when I was playing the Germans. I think the highest I inflicted on him was 4.5, but I might be wrong. Maybe I did 6 one time. I'm not sure. I might have done 6 in one turn. Card received this turn. Roadblock. Fantastic. Right, so this is night. So basically on this turn, I'm not looking to do any attacking. I'm just looking to move units as fast as possible and get them into position to block shit, right? So it's quite disconcerting, the night turn, because the whole board goes black. You can't really see what you're doing, which is the idea, I suppose. So we'll go all the way down to the bottom. Here we are. I've got some stuff moving about here. I pulled all this stuff back from here and here because I thought it's not doing any good there. So let me pull it back. Now, bing bonging me? Who's that? Have a look. Oh, okay. That's my friend Fiona. So it's also kind of what do you want to pull back. Might not be how dug in are we here? 49, 100, 115. Actually, I'm going to keep them there. I'm going to move this artillery up to here. Oh shit! See, Germans there already. So they've bypassed this guy. Now that could be a grief team. Right. Look, another one here. Now these are probably grief teams. These are probably German paratroopers disguised as American MPs. No, they're not. Oh my god, this is some sort of armored unit. That's a Stug and looks like a Panther. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, okay. So it's not a small unit. Generally combat at night time, I would suggest is to be avoided. But in this case, that wasn't an option, clearly. Right, now these have got a cross on. What does that mean? Does that mean that they're out of... Yeah, I think that means that they're out of range of this guy. Which also isn't a good thing. I think that's what it means. Anyway, we need to get some units in Mersh ASAP. So these are the guys for that job. Going to use this zoomed out map until I need to, like here. Now let's see. Are there units there? I can't remember. Okay, right, we've occupied that junction. How come it? Oh, that's right. I pushed this guy into the hills, didn't I? I remember that injured unit. I'm going to put that there to make sure I've got an artillery stop to help out those guys who are fighting. You should do the same. Oh, I'm glad there's some people watching. Now I could advance with... I'm not going to do that. Keep him there. He's entrenched as well, I would imagine. 41. Okay. Now this guy should probably pull back. I don't like the idea of him being there on his Todd. What we've got here. Yeah, let's get him over the river. I took a lot of casualties then, but I think it was worth doing. This guy should try and retreat, but his options are pretty limited. No, look, he died. See that? Yeah, so I'm afraid we're going to have to enforce a stand or die policy for any units that are cut off and surrounded. In fact, all of my units that were cut off and surrounded, I think, are dead. Oh no, not these guys though. Look, these guys here. I'm going to keep them where they are. He's probably going to leave them alone for the moment, as they don't represent much of a threat. I'm not sure what these things, what do those things mean? Kind of the orange bag things. Not sure what they mean. Oh yeah, minus 87 fuel because they're out of supply. And they've got fuel. What are these? I don't know what all these symbols are here. Maximum readiness. Okay. Vital for offensive combat. Okay, well, they're ready to defend as well. What's that? Morale. Base morale is 50. Okay, so their morale is 37, which is not so good. What's this? 20. HQ power. Percentage lower than 100%. Okay, so yeah. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I think it's just got to stay there, really. These guys, I guess, probably should stay where they are as well. Can we get these out of here? No, depends what's there already. The answer to that question is no. That wasn't a wise decision. Okay. Oh, King Tiger's there. Look, King Tiger 501st. Got a grief team here trying to capture this. Parachuted in, disguised as Americans. Yeah. They retreated. They've got to die. Can't have them. We cannot have them wandering about. Absolutely cannot have them wandering about, causing problems. Okay, good, we got them. So this is St. Vith. This is another place where the Americans put up a pretty valiant defense. And it's quite important to hang on to it. It's a supply depot. So I'm gonna do what they did and put up a pretty valiant defense. Probably more important to defend Bastogne, but we've got some other units arriving here. Now, which way do I send them? There's some stuff here, so I think this stuff will probably hold. he says optimistically. So I think this way and then down to here. Yeah, that's a minor road. This is the light brown, I think, is a minor road. Or the light brown. Oh, no, maybe that's a major road. Is that a major road? Let's see. It must be, because it travels far less along this one, far more along the. Well, in that case, actually, we'll send them along this then, down towards Lignaville. It seems like the logical thing to do. This is Malmedy, where the Malmedy massacre took place. Joachim Peiper and his men, they committed many atrocities against both American troops and civilians in the Bulge. Not really in dispute. So that's a garrison unit, so we're not going to move him. I think this is the 99th. I think this commands all of these guys, I think. This is the Elsenborn area where they got bogged down. They kind of got stuck, didn't they? To make sure that keeps happening. Behind a river here, so that's good. Right, big push coming in here. Another thing I'm curious as to how you blow up bridges as the American player in this game. I'm not sure if I'm winning at the moment. This is way too early to tell. Right, okay, these I think I've moved all of those, haven't I? Okay, I've moved them already. These are all sort of like bitty units that are. Now, if we look, what's this? No. So this unit, this artillery piece has been released, so I can move it, right? But none of the other British units here, they've all got the exclamation mark on them, which means none of them can be released yet. Very frustrating. Now, has anything turned up on the edge of the board? Let's have a look. Nothing's arrived in Namur. This is a garrison unit that's already here. Well, what is it? It's a roadblock. Right, it's a roadblock. Yeah, so basically the answer to that question is no, nothing else has arrived. So I should obviously continue to move things up as and where I can. All right. This is the thing, is I've got to constantly search the map I'm sure there's probably unit. Okay, there's probably what's the off thing? There's probably a select next unit thing, but if there is, I haven't been able to find it. These guys are free, aren't they? Yeah. And there's Germans there, so we need to decide where do I want to defend with these. And this town is probably that. There's defences there, so artillery guy there. Let's put this infantryman there. Keep him there. Back him up with some armour and put the headquarters in. 3.3 bridges. That is that town. I've been there. I've got photographs of me standing in front of the 3 bridges in question. In fact, oh shit! They're already at Clairvaux. Right, retreat. See that? They're already there. They're already there. So that is concerning. That means they could also be coming down to Eschweiler. This is Wiltz, which I've definitely got to defend, but getting something in Eschweiler would be good as well. Let's see what we've got on the cards here. So we can organise a roadblock, deploy it. Okay, let's deploy this. This is 30. Oh, we've got 123 PP. All right. So can I deploy it in Eschweiler or not? There's Wilt. Eschweiler's. Yes, I can. I can play it there. Okay, play card, press any key. The unit has been deployed. Okay, so let's see. So this is Wilt. So yes. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just moved a unit. Not wanting to do that. This is Eschweiler. These are the units I've just deployed. So it's a nice little selection of guys. So what I might do is fan them out a bit. I'll put one here. Let's put one here and keep that one where it is. That one I accidentally moved out of Wiltz. That was very annoying. Didn't mean to do that. We've got 93. What else have we got? We've got a roadblock. So let's organise a roadblock. Let's play this card. Let's organise a roadblock in Clairvaux if we can, except that I've now lost it on the board. Fucking massive board this. So, not surprising really. There's Wiltz. I mean, playing it there is not a bad idea. Oh, hang on, it's Clairvaux. Yeah, play there. Play there. Press any key. Done. Let's play another one. Playing these cards is pretty key because they're a major asset. So now we've got a roadblock there as well, which is good. I think a roadblock here would be good as well because we've just got this guy on his own. Yeah. So I think that'd be good. This possibly here would be good too. Although he's probably going to get killed next turn pretty quick. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so we've got these are the other cards I've got. These are all, I mean, replacements are useful, but I'm not going to play those yet. there's no weather because there's no air support because it's night time. Okay, so now it's a question of just moving stuff that can move. Okay, so this can head into wilts. That's good because I want to reinforce wilts. Oh, that's just a roadblock. Okay. Oh, did I move that guy? Oh, he's part of the defense of Bastogne. I didn't mean to do that. I did that with this guy as well, didn't I? All these units around Bastogne I need to leave alone because they're pretty key. So let's see, south of Bastogne, is there anyone I want to move? I'm going to leave him there. That's a key defense area. This guy, I think I'm going to bring up here. These guys. I've moved these guys. Have I moved everything here? No, I haven't. That's good. Quite happy to keep them there. Okay, so you could be pushing along here. You never know. I tried that last game. It's actually quite successful. It was one of my more glorious moments of the campaign. This is connected to these guys. I think it's also connected to these guys. I mean, if I'm honest, I probably should pull him back into Ettlebrook. Now, I wonder if it's worth pulling a unit here back towards Ettlebrook that can actually get there, but only this one. I'll pull him back slightly. He's the command, isn't he? Oh, we eliminated that German unit. I think that was the one that I pushed back the other turn. The two artillery pieces on their own, they're pretty vulnerable, but I reckon if I move them, they're going to die because I think there's German units all around here. So I might, even moving that one to there to get into here is probably not a good idea. They're both entrenched, so I'm going to leave them. That's probably worth evacuating this if I can. There's a good chance there's some Germans there, but let's do it. Oh, that's a victory hex. I should have left it where it was. He still would have died pretty quick. Now, can I move this guy back into there? I probably can. So let's do that. Okay. All right. He's not entrenched, but not very well entrenched. These guys were leaving here. Oh, hello. I haven't moved this one yet. Not the world's most impressive tank, the Stuart. I think that's a Stuart, isn't it? Looks like a Stuart. Or it might just, maybe that's supposed to be a Sherman. I'm not sure. That could be a Sherman. So we've essentially got a whole load of artillery here. I know there's Germans all over the place around here, so moving this guy back would make sense if there's nothing there. Yeah, okay, good. These guys are they've kind of had it. Okay, there's anything else to do there. Let's continue. This is where we've got a slightly stronger force. Here we should really be doing something like just dropping artillery onto these. whilst avoiding any direct engagement. Can this guy reach? Yeah, the artillery's got pretty good range. Because one hex on this is only like, I think one hex on this is about 500 meters, something like that. It's not that big a scale. I forget the exact scale, but it's you know, it's not that big. Feel like this guy should come and that's an AA battalion. Well, you're defending a bridge now, boys. That would be useful here as well. These guys look like they're going to hold out okay for the moment. But there's a bastard of a German unit here. So we might as well pepper these. See if we can reduce their combat value a little bit. We did by 2. Now we're next to them here. So that, yeah, see, when you're next to them, they can fire back. That's why the odds have gone to 137. Now I could bring all of these in and probably get this down to 1-to-1, maybe even 2-to-1, but it's not worth it because I will take more casualties. I'm defending, so let him come to me, basically. Remote artillery, sure. Knock the odd point off him or 2. Even this guy, see, because it's artillery can fire from quite a distance in this game. I think this one, yeah, also can reach. Look. Drinker's uploaded his Odyssey. Well, we're waiting. I wonder if well, he won't care if I've got it playing on the background, will he? So I'm gonna play it.
Well, this one's been a long time coming. Several days longer than I expected, if I'm honest. Mostly because of the fine people at American Airlines, who managed to cancel my flights not once, but 2 days in a row, forcing me to embark on my own personal odyssey just to get home. It wasn't all bad, though. All that enforced leisure time did at least give me a chance to catch up on the movie itself, and so here we find ourselves. If there's one thing I never had on my bingo card for this year...
Yeah, I heard he had trouble getting home. Poor man, with his family and kids in tow as well, I think. So never a pleasant experience when your kids have to endure these things. Now I should pull these guys back across this river. Yeah, I mean, that's a fortified position, but even so, I think, you know, let's put the roadblock in there instead. Bring this. No, we've got, okay, so engaging here, aren't we? That's right. And then we come up into the north. So, and these guys are doing better than they should. I'm going to pound them with as much artillery as possible. I'll just come back onto my screen. I think I probably lost a couple of people because they went to watch Drinker's review. Worth having. Now, let's see. This roadblock would be better off there. Ah, right. I can't remember if these guys were released before, but whether they were or not, we're going to make sure he doesn't get very far here. Put that guy in that junction. Yeah, now. Look at that. Probably an SS unit. So I wonder if he's top-heavied units up here. Well, let's find out, shall we? See, the problem is at night, it's not going to tell me much about the casualties. I do need to get rid of this guy. So I think we're going to have to rather liberally give him a bit of a pasting. And here I will. Look at that. Ooh. Right, here I do want to move in, and I will follow up with both of these. I destroyed one unit, caused the other to retreat. That was probably not a great idea. Let's keep dropping artillery on this. Yeah, you know what? Let's drop all of those on in one go. Okay, I destroyed something. Maybe not much. Now, the question is, where do I defend here? Got 2 armored units here. I think I'm going to leave them where they are. Move this guy down, not far. Okay. So that's everything kind of in the front line attended to. Now I've got to make sure that there's nothing I've forgotten to move. I wish you could sort of, I mean, maybe there is and I don't know about it, but I wish there was a feature. Quick intercept fire, I don't know what that does. Map units. NATO counters. Oh, that's kind of cool. Could do NATO counters. I like the silhouettes. We'll keep them. Smaller counters. No, I don't want that. It would be good if I could know which ones I'd moved. Anyway. Oh, I get rid of that. Oh yes, I click on this again, don't I? That's it. Now all of this stuff I still can't move. But I've got these kind of random units, like this one. I've moved him. This one I've moved. This one I've moved. These guys I think I've moved. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. These guys coming up the middle. No, look at that. Now, Stormont and Leglaze, a lot of fighting around here. Stavlo as well, 3 bridges. I want to get all of these areas. I want to get fortified. So these little small units that I'm moving up, I'm going to entrench somebody here, entrench somebody here. I'll leave him where he is. Same with this guy. Oh, hello. Didn't move this one. Then down there. So we've got a nice little buffer there. We know the Germans are all around here. We've beefed up that a little bit. That's good. Here we're looking a bit vulnerable. This guy can't move, can he? This artillery on its own is very vulnerable. Can move in behind this other one. That leaves this whole road here. I'm going to put him behind the armor there, actually. Leave him there for the moment. These guys are defending an important junction here, so they're going to stay there. And I could retreat these, but no, let's leave them where they are. Oh, that's one of the these are one of the Ranger battalions that I just got the other go on. I've got on the board. Fuck yeah! So I didn't mean to move him out. Actually, that was annoying. I shouldn't have done that. Might be worth putting in that. Let's put that roadblock there. That's a good little buffer. That's as long as I don't come around here, I've got good defenses there, so that's okay. Okay, this one is still hitting. Hang on. Bet neither of the people watching right now have noticed I've put a new blog up, have you? I decided not to advertise this one. I just thought I'd see who reads it. Well, 6 people have read it. There we are. Some people do follow my blog and read it. That's for sure. I think I can let the Hun have his turn. I think this is the unit I needed to probably move up with these guys, right? Is it? Maybe? I don't know. Can't tell how I can tell who's attached to what. That's kind of... Would they have this blue band or... I don't know. I'm going to leave him there. I think that's it. I think we can let let the Nazi war machine have their turn. I'm looking to move these guys really. Gonna keep them there. Yeah, they're well dug in. I have moved these. Oh no, I haven't. I haven't moved them. Oh no, it's nearly. They nearly got to like just have a nap. There's a show. This is a pain, not having some sort of thing that tells you who you've moved and who you haven't. Right, now that guy I don't need, but this guy needs to move with these. He's the commander, isn't he? This is a roadblock, so I need to put him there. Yeah, so they're going to block this road, which is quite important. That's the only road that leads up to that, apart from over here, and then they're not going to get through here anytime soon. Especially as I've very much crippled this attack here. Was there any other artillery pieces I wanted to fire here? Don't think so. I think I fired all of those, didn't I? All that stuff's just going to stay where it is. So, yeah. All right. Yep. So now it's the German. Now it's the German turn. Okay. Do I want to play any other cards? I don't think so. No. All right. Who's sent me a bleep? think it's an email notification. Yes, it is. Oh, my friend is DJing. I think he started a few minutes ago. I can't put him on though, because if I do, I'll get copyright. Unfortunately. But go, Johnny, go. For sure. Good, nice guy, John. Got a lot of time for him. Right. So the Germans have lost 3,928 combat points. Oh man, I've lost nearly 8,000, 7,500. All right, well, it's morning. Morning. New unit. 10th Armored Division from the south. 1st Infantry Division deployed north of Upin. I'm not quite sure what that is. 7th Armored Division deploy near Malmedy. I'll definitely have them on board, thank you. So we're going to play that card right now. Where is Malmedy? And let's go to the front line and then I'll find it. Front line's here. It's down this way and then to the left a bit. I think we're, oh, here we go. Yeah, see, Malmedy. Yeah. So I can deploy them anywhere around here. I can even deploy them here. Definitely the northern shoulder must hold, so that would not be a bad idea. These guys could come further down. Yeah, play card. Press any key. All right, let's just check that on the map. Here they are. Okay, not a huge unit, but will definitely help. I think if I keep them between these two, these guys, we'll see anyway. This looks like it's holding okay. Well, maybe not go that far. Looks like it's doing all right, but I don't know that. We definitely can't have this all break up. We can have them break through in the middle. That's not a problem. The middle's fine because then it's easier to contain them. But if they break through the north and run along here and then capture the massive supply depot here and yeah, then we've got fucking massive problems. Now there was a reinforcement that I can add to the north, so let's look at that next. We've got 180 new unit, 10th Armored Division from the south, 1st Infantry Division north near Upin. We will definitely have that. Let's play that card. Let's see where that is. So it said somewhere in the north. So right, so it's in the north, but not on the front line. Ah, it's here. Here we go. Here we go. So this is where we're talking about. So I mean, more units reinforced to this definitely is useful. So, in fact, I think here, let's get them down there as fast as possible. Play the card. Oh shit, that's a lot of units. Can they all land on that one X? Just check that. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh, they've split it across 2 hexes. But that's a big infantry division. Right, I'm going to come down. They're going to block this up here. So we will. Plus, I've got other units arriving with them. So the Germans are not going to get through this bit. No way. Okay, then we've got another reinforcement option. 10th Armored from the south. We will play that for sure. Let's play that. Let's see where we are with that. In the south. Let's see. Is that? Ah. I see. Okay, yep. I think around here is definitely a good shout. So It's a lot of units, but that's okay. There's no air support today. Right. This might be the last turn I'll do. How we do it? 10 past, yeah, because I've got to eat before I have my guest come on. I'll probably play until probably play until 6 o'clock. So I might do a couple more turns. Okay. Oh, I just deployed these, so they're not going to be able to move. And this one can't get past them because the roads are blocked. So that's annoying. So I can only move them up to there. Well, that's my fault, isn't it? Now. Oh, hello. That's possibly a unit that paratrooped in. Or it might be, oh no, that's the one I damaged and he kind of retreated, didn't he? That's right. This guy we've got to get rid of. And we need to close up this gap here. This gap is very dangerous. We can't have them breaking through this line. So I'm going to put this roadblock here on the crossroads. That's the crucial area. And we're going to strengthen this line and we're going to attack this wanker here. So bring them down to there. Bring him into here. Let's hold off on moving him because we need him. Going to drop that in as a on its own first. Minor damage only. Any artillery there? Yes, good. Let's drop that in. Okay. And now we're attacking with this one. And the tank. And the two guys. He has retreated. They've got the option of pursuing. They will. We killed him. Nice. That's good news. Now, before I come back and deal with this and deal with this guy, I think let's go back up to the top and then we'll start and work our way down. Otherwise, I'll lose. This one's probably worth attacking. So let's drop that on there. Okay, good. Just to piss on his chips a bit more. We've got to get rid of this guy. So, and yes, let's bring him in. Doing all that attack. I don't want to use the armor if I can get away with it. Good. Didn't need the armor. That's good. And then we'll move this one. Is he part of this unit? Yes, he is. Okay. All right, we'll move him into the front line then. This guy is he commanding these guys? He's not, because this 78th is commanding these. So who is he? Is he an overall commander for this area? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's that guy there. He should move, really, shouldn't he? But I've used him to attack, so I don't think he can. He commands some. He commands these separate armored elements here. Right. Okay. All right. Gonna be having gravy with mashed potato today. I don't know why that warrants a northern accent of some kind, but it clearly does. And I don't know what accent I'm doing. It's going all over the fucking shop. Now, I think, again, if you can kill the odd weaker unit without too much loss, bring that guy in as well. Like 200 to 1 odds, got to be worth doing. But even there, look, I've taken some casualties. He's retreated. Now, do I want to pursue that is the question. I think it's worth pursuing with the armor, just the one guy. Seeing if we can destroy it completely. We were not able to do that. And that's where that's going to end. Again, I wouldn't push on these either. This is a defensive line. You want to kind of stay where you're at. Now, here we want to kill as many of these guys as we can. And we want to try and kill this guy, right? So I've got 2 armors here. If I attack with the 38 only on this one, that's 5 to 1. That's pretty good. Yeah. I nearly destroyed him. I'm not going to pursue him. I'm going to stay where we are. We're going to attack with this one. We are going to use the 40 again, and we're going to use the 61. And this guy's been forced to retreat. I bet he's gone in. That's funny. Okay, so we're now going to attack with this guy and all of these. We destroyed him. Good. Also want to attack this guy. Whatever's there. Not quite sure what's there. 10 to 1 is good. Sometimes you add stuff and the odds go down. I think this is to do with, adding units from different organizations. Whereas here it's both the same. It's gone up to 15 to 1. I bet if I add that, there we go. See, so that's the best option. Okay, that was a pretty nasty spat. It was an infantry unit of some kind. I do think it's worth moving into this hex because it's kind of a crossroads. It's worth putting that guy there, I think. So now again, we don't really want to attack this dude. I don't think it's better to let him come to us. If we could reinforce this position, though, I think that's worth doing. So I'm going to put that armor there, but I'm not going to attack. I'm not sure if that's an ice cream van or someone's radio, but it's making me want ice cream. Put this guy here again. I mean, you can do sort of a ranged attack with this guy, I think, but I'm not going to do that. Here, it's definitely worth attacking this dude with this artillery, seeing if we can do some damage. There's a lot of artillery available. Also, this infantry guy, but that lowers the odds. There's no point adding him in. Now, these are not really putting it up much. These will. These are the same unit, I think. Okay, so maybe just those two. Ooh, let's just go with that. All right, we did a bit of damage there. And this guy is in a very precarious position. He can't cross the river. He's kind of caught in this bottleneck. We're sending him cookies across the water here. Now, I don't like this armor being here because he can get attacked across the bridge. One of the things I wanted to look up was how to Wormy Spoons is back. Hey Lance, what are your chances of getting Mr. Garrett and Jesse Johnson together to make a movie? I have a script they can have. I don't know. Jesse's got. I spoke to Jesse about this. I mean, this is the problem, mate. Is that creatives that are like that are constantly working, are. Hold on a second. So they're constantly working, and that means they've got not only the project they're doing now, but the next one they're already working on getting the money for. And it's a never-ending, it's chicken and egg, isn't it? How do you get them to look at your project? And I mean, you're also talking to a guy who I've got my own stuff that I'd like to, get in front of him. And I don't doubt that your scripts are of merit because I've read your work and I think your work is great. But I honestly don't have an answer for you, mate, I'm afraid. And it's depressing, I know, because it's just you just feel like you're banging your head against the wall constantly, and it's not helpful. So, but there's not a lot I can really say on that. Now I need to find out how I can blow up a bridge, because what I want to do is pull that guy across the river and then blow up that bridge. Actually, I pulled him across the river, but I want to blow that bridge up there, which is unfortunate for the Americans left on the other side, but don't really think there's much I can do about them at this stage. So same with these. I mean, how dug in are these? Well, they're pretty dug in, actually. I guess the max you can be dug in is 200, right? Yeah, they're pretty dug in. Kind of feel like I want to get this guy in here, protect him a bit. I think that's a good shout. Yeah, I wanted to blow that bridge up. Didn't want to leave that bridge intact. So let's see if I can find out on Michael Google how you blow a bridge up. What's this game called again? Ardennes offensive. And Ardennes offensive, isn't it? Ardennes offensive. Let's go. Ardennes offensive game. Is it command decision? Was it command decision? I can't remember. Let me look it up on Steam. Hold on a second. Recent games. Where is it? In my library. In my library. Age of Sail. American Revolution, which I still haven't really managed to play yet. Ardennes Offensive. Decisive Campaigns. That's it. Decisive Campaigns. Ardennes Offensive. Kind of given up on Stellaris at the moment as well. So I need someone to talk me through Stellaris. Yeah, I appreciate that, Wormy. I know you would. Even see if I could try and get you a little job. Never know. Right, at the end in Decisive Campaigns. I need another P. Drinking water, like it's going out of fashion here. Decisive Campaigns. The NI. Oh, I've got to put the question in. How do you destroy? I bet I'm going to need an engineer unit to do it. How do you destroy a bridge? To destroy a bridge, select a unit in the bridge hex. Use 50 action points. Use 50 action points to execute the blow command. The blow command. So, for example, these guys could blow this bridge up behind them. Let's see, how many action points do they have? And where are the action points? They're down the bottom here. That's morale. What's that? Average uncertainty die roll. What's that? Integrity. That's fuel. Is this action points? HQ power. Action points. You have 38 reserve action points that can help with lowering. Okay, so they've got 91 plus 38, right? So I select this. How do I do the blow command? Where's the blow command? Position unit. Select command. I don't see what this is. Bullets here. What's this? Intercept retreat mode. What's that? The truck is currently in combat mode. Maybe you can't do it when you're in combat mode. No, that's the loophole. Okay, so it might be that yeah, that's not helping me. Oh God, how do I get back? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I can see the command points, but clicking on them is not bringing up additional menus or things I can do. Bridge destruction steps. Chance of success depends on the size of the river. The bridge, the specialized engineer units have a significantly higher success rating. I'd quite like to get the Russian version of this game, actually, because I think there's a decisive campaigns. There's a Russian one. Let me have a quick look. Store. Because I do like this system. I think it's good. The artwork could be a bit better. The terrain. I mean, it's good to keep it simple. Decisive campaigns, Barbarossa. Well, I can't afford that at the moment. It's £45, and I currently have. You don't want to know how much money I've got in my bank account right now. It's fucking depressing. I overspent a bit last month, but yeah, I quite like. I mean, this is the Russian front game I've got at the minute is not great. I've got the sandbox game, but I don't. It's not great. I like the idea of this. I like the idea of the random cards. So I think it would be fun to play the Barbarossa. You've got Case Blue as well, which that's the invasion of France, isn't it? Case Blue, I think. Is that France? Or no, hang on. Was France Case Yellow? It was Case Yellow, Case Blue, Case White. I think Case White was Poland. The Blitzkrieg from Warsaw to Paris. Okay, that's I guess that's so. Yeah. I thought Case Blue was the invasion of France, but I guess not. I don't want it to be as clunky as like a Gary Grisby game, because the minutiae of those games is lost on me. I'm just really attacking and hoping for the best, but I'm not really sure I know what I'm doing. I want something that's not as simplistic as Hex of Steel or Axis and Allies, but has got a bit more chrome on it. Anyway, okay, so I'm sort of a little bit wiser. I think what I need to do is try and blow up a bridge in a hex where there's no enemy. See if I can do that. Oh, Case Blue, that's right, was the drive on Stalingrad, wasn't it? Yeah. That's right. Now that'd be an interesting game to play as well. That would be an interesting game. Oh my god, that looks complicated. They've got like. Okay, no, I kind of like the way that. Yeah, all right. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking about stuff you can't see. So let me just close that. All right, let me. Yeah, Jesse Johnson's got a new film out as well. I think it's called Down Below. I think it's called. Looks good. Don't think I'm going to get the Simar though, which I know would be his preference. Now, I definitely will need to send units here next turn. So this stuff that's coming down is going to crash into here. Some of it I want to send north, ideally. Right, now. Here's the stuff I've got for Elsenborn. Oh, we've got stuff breaking through here already. That's going to be a lot harder to stop. So bridges here, for example, should be blown. This guy's got 100 action points. If I go to here, I wonder if I can try it with him. Right now, though, keeping in mind this part of the front, I think we're all right up to here. Up to here, we're probably okay. Here, we're in the shit. So let me just finish doing this section. I think we'll be fine there. Here, I think we could do with some additional artillery help. Well, definitely did some damage there. Now they've fired, for example. That's why they've got no action points. So you can see the stuff that's got the roadblock there, recon squadron, and these guys holding up the line there. Now, if somebody comes up this way and attacks this artillery piece, so I think what I need to do is put at least one unit in here. I'm going to do that. They're going to go in there. Let's put this. We're going to try and hold this town. As difficult as that may be. But yeah. See that. Okay, so if I select the hex here, does that do anything? Hex supply asset. There's no option here to like blow a bridge or anything, even though there is a bridge in that hex. No. Wait a minute. Hex supply assets. Click on that. None. Hex stats. No. So there's nothing there that enables me to. There should be a simple button, shouldn't there? Like blow. There's blow, but I inspect. No. It doesn't do anything. All right, well, we'll have to forget about blowing bridges for the moment. Hey, Kit, good to see you, buddy. You're buzzing now you're home from work. Why, have you just downed a couple of Mitzies? What's going on? This is quite a good place to make a stand here. If he comes up this road here. Let's see. Let's zoom out a bit. You know what? Before I move this guy about, let me move these. So these lot are all coming in from Malmedy. We've just dropped this lot in, so they're new. Okay. So we got them next turn. Yeah. It'd be good to get something in Bourne. If I can. Here. Probably can't get there that quick though. Oh, nearly. All right. Let's conduct a defense of Linguiniville. Sure, it's not called that. I think if with these, we'll conduct an all-round defense of this. I'm going to put this truck here. 2 more infantry units there. Let's send one down this way. Hold that. Let's bring the artillery in the middle so it can support whoever. I think also an infantry unit there. And another one here. Okay, that's good. We've got more stuff coming in here, so let's see with these. We're going to want to hold Malmedy as well. Okay. So that's what that lot can do. So that should, to some extent, predetermine what I want to do with everything else. There's another bridge here I'd like to blow. It's only a little one, but still slowing down. Dug into 115 there. This guy, I mean, is it worth attacking that? No. He's dug into 162. Okay. Well, he's commanding these, the 99th, and this stuff. And these guys at the front. Now, these guys at the front here are in a lot of trouble. The question is, what can I save? So I can get him out. I think that's worth doing. So let's get him back there. He's nearly dead anyway, so we might as well leave him there. I can get him out as well. Pull him out. Now, a lot of these guys are probably going to get sacrificed, I'll be honest. There's an artillery piece there. We could get him out as well. But we need a roadblock here. Otherwise, these guys are just going to come creaming through this lot. This is all pretty weak stuff here. Can't get him out. These should stay. They're dug in. Absolutely, they should stay. Okay, we must have fired that already. That's too close, so that's not worth doing. That can't fire. Have these fired? I think they have. This has moved, so that's no good. Now, I've got two of these back, but I had a... Yeah, okay, all right. I think it was worth pulling them out. These guys are all fucked, but there's nothing I can do about that. They're all going to die, as is this dude. He's done some damage, though, holding on there. But let's save his ammo. No, not doing that. Save ammunition. Yeah, this one, do I want to pull him back? It's pretty well dug in. It's a pretty good unit. I think it's worth keeping him there. This one, it's probably worth pulling back, actually. He's not particularly dug in. I think he'd be better off with this guy, so we'll move him back to there. Okay, now getting into where they've ripped through the front line now. At least I'm solidifying a second line of defense here. So let's see what else we got. So it's all about a question of where to make a stand, where to pull people out. Any unit that I think is just going to get destroyed, I think it's better to pull out. Now, these guys could blow this bridge, or they could attempt to, if I knew how to fucking do that. What we've got going on here? Oh, Supermans. Yeah, I had some Supermans in... probably about 2002, that probably was. 203, something like that. I had some Supermen. Yeah, I remember them. I'm playing the Allies. I played the Germans. I broke through, and then my units went too far. They got surrounded and got destroyed. So I called it. I could have carried on playing because I was doing quite well in the south, and other places. But yeah, I would have lost that game for sure, especially when I realise now how much stuff there is. Now here we've doing quite a good defence here. I think it's probably worth staying there and delaying them because they've got to cross the river there. That's worth doing. Do I pull this guy out or do I leave him there? That's the question. That I don't know. But we need to hang on to some Vith. So getting stuff back in St. Vith is worth doing, in my opinion. We need to kind of solidify the defense of St. Vith on all sides here. Now I've got a tank, which I think I should put. Oh, I don't know. Let's put him here. No, I don't know. I don't know. Not got a lot of stuff. So this infantry guy needs to move. We need somebody to sort of block this line here. So I think that's where he's going. This is in the middle. That's an AA. Coming to the, well, you're going to have to be second line of defense, I'm afraid. Pull this in. What else we got here? Okay, we'll leave that where it is. Right, we need some more guys for St. Vith, without a doubt. It's not very adequate. I could send this one up. And I think I will do that. And I'm going to pull this one back. Damn, look, there is German armor here. So that means he's penetrated here, across this river here. He's come through here, he's got units here as well. So actually we've got a massive penetration in the line here. So these guys need to pull up. So I'm gonna pull them back slightly. So otherwise they're going to get cut off there. If he's got, now I've seen this armored unit here, look, this guy. That's a powerful unit, that. Better off letting him attack us, I think. But what we'll do is we'll drop a stonk on him. Let's see if we do that in conjunction. Oh, I like those odds. That will go for. Yeah, that's done it. Oh, look at that! When you combine everything together, that's where you do all right. Here we've got. I'm going to retreat him out there. See if I can get him out as well. Yeah, so in the middle, I've not got a lot of guys, and he's penetrating pretty easily because my defense is poor, to say the least. Feel like I need to keep this guy here or here. Or should I send him up to St. Vith? Definitely need more guys in St. Vith, that is for sure, but you know what, I'll send him up. Oh, we've got two of them here, so send one up. This other one's either got to come down and support this guy, or I put him in Groovy, because Groovy is an important location. That is also a victory hex. Bastogne in relation to here is further south, by the way. It's down here. Much, much further south, and we'll come on to that later. So this is all I'm going to put in there. He's going to defend that until I can get more significance. At the minute, I've got, it's a bit like history, I've got a fairly significant force that's about to sort of try and hang on to St. Vith. And more forces coming here. Can't move these yet. Right, we've got a lot of other stuff coming down, like these guys. So there's other stuff on its way to Normandy. So yeah, I was right that I could. Yeah, we've got a load more stuff coming down there. That's good news. It's something. Now I'll get some cards at some point where these armies and things get released. Obviously, keeping stuff behind the Meuse River, which is his main objective, will be to cross that, or capture any of those victory hexes behind the Meuse River. So keeping all of this stuff back is quite important. Much of it you might want to bring forwards is, you know, open to debate. I've got a load of guys coming along the middle here. This is known as the leaderless division. They don't appear to have a leader unit. Yeah, I'm doing 10. Yeah, I'm gonna play till the end of this turn, guys, and I'm gonna call it because I've got to cook. Don't forget to join my industry interview tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm sorry it's the same time as open bar, but we're only on for an hour with this thing. I've got the Monica Garrett Star of 1883 designated survivor. I mean, God, the guy's done so much stuff. I don't even know where to start. He's going to be a really interesting guest. And yeah, I mean, you know, and he's an older actor as well, which is always, I think, is always interesting. Always very interesting. Now, yeah, getting some units in and around Mersch is good. So I don't know how much further I want to charge these guys into battle. What I do want to do is get them defending this location. So not strong units. It's better off using them defensively, really. Look at this size of this board, man. Massive, isn't it? I've got this random truck driving along country lanes here. I don't think I've got anything else. Doesn't look like it to move. So I think we're nearly there for today. Deliberately moved him there, didn't I? That was a conscious decision. I think I've moved all these. I think, yep, I've moved all those. Moved everything here that can move. There's always one guy somewhere in the middle of the map that I forget. Like maybe this guy. Yeah, there you go. But I think, no, I decided he should garrison that until other units are available, because that's a key. So put a powerful unit in there, give them time to build up defenses and entrench and stuff. Now there's some units here that are engaged that, you know, like this artillery piece, probably worth pulling out. I think the question is, are there Germans there? And the answer to that question is yes, there will be Germans there. So if I move him up there, he's going to die. So there's no point moving him. I've got to decide with things like this tank and stuff, you know, do I pull him back, for example? It's not that close to the bottom of the map. I've got some stuff to do here, actually. So this I haven't looked at. We've got to look at that. Yeah. I'm going to keep him there. This is Wilts, which needs to be defended. So I'm going to try and get this guy out, I think. Yeah. Just giving him just giving him 10 victory points there, but he would have got them anyway. So put him there to ambush. Put the artillery piece behind the river. mean, I could risk it, I suppose, but he's going to die. What? Told you. See, there's that guy there. Look. So, I mean, no, there's no point attacking. He's just going to get killed. These guys here, again, no point doing anything with them. I probably should have left him there. That probably would have delayed them a bit. And delay is the name of the game at the moment. So that probably was a bit stupid. Right now, I wish I could blow that bridge up. I knew what I was doing. He's probably got troops there, so don't think that's a good move. But would like to save that guy, so we'll move him out of there because he's going to get killed otherwise. Ethelbrook, I do not want to concede to the Germans, and they're already pushing along this road, and they could drive straight into it if I'm not careful. So we are going to pull back here because this is Panzer up against here. That is a significant force. Don't mind telling you. And if I don't get out of here, I'm done. So I can't do anything about those guys there. Can move this out the way. I will do that. Now, have I got anything else? I have. Oh shit. See, he's got guys all over the place already. So he's definitely pushing across this river. This is an uncommon tactic for the Germans, but then the AI in this is supposed to be pretty good. See these guys here, they're going to have to hang on there. These guys, it's probably worth attacking that just to try and alleviate some pressure. Damn, that was a vicious battle. Both of mine nearly got decimated there. I think I used them already. Oh, maybe not. Let's drop them. Got them some support. We've got guys coming here at us as well. I think these need to pull back. But God, there's already... Yeah, there's stuff here. So pulling back even isn't easy. Yeah, even pulling back is fraught with difficulty. Okay. I think we can get these guys out of here now that I managed to get rid of that. And then here we've got some stuff going on as well. Look at this. So they're attacking the southern sector with everything they've got. Okay. Pull the artillery piece back. Oh, I think I just dropped some. These must be reinforcements. Yes, they were. That's right, that I dropped here. Artillery combined with armor. Wow, look at that. Wow. Come on, come on. That was not bad though. Did some significant damage to him there. All right, not a total disaster. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect him to come in quite so hard here. He's come over the river, which normally the German player sits behind the river here and just pushes because it's a great defensive line. But he's brought everything over and is attacking with it, which has surprised me. And I've not got huge amounts of stuff there, and he's coming in, pretty hard. So now I've got some stuff I could move up here, but it's not a significant force by any means. So, and if he captures this, that would be a disaster. So I'm gonna hang on to that. I'm not gonna move that. This as well, where he lured me out of here, was a pretty good move, and again pushing in hard here. So yeah, let's get that guy to there. That's what I wanted to get him to. So I nearly forgot to move him. I think that's everything. I think that's everything now. Wow, this guy is proper kicking my ass. Oh, Dark Plato. Oh, Anna Nelson's here. Oh, awesome. Can't stay, got to go to bed. Oh, okay. What a shame. Nice that you popped in, though. Right, I'm going to end the game there. Unless there's any cards I want to play. I don't think so. Maybe a roadblock. Let's play that. See where we can play that. Two a.m. Anna. Oh, damn, that's late. That's very late. And where he was doing that sneaky maneuver, that's where I want to play. That's why here's where I want to play the roadblock. So, because he can come down here, I think here is good. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. That's it for my turn. Gonna let him play his turn out, and then we'll save the game before I do my next go. Anna, we need to organise a chew the fat with you and me, because you can't do Nielsen ratings at the minute, so because of the timing. But it would be good to do a chew the fat. We'll figure out a time where I can either stay up late or get up early, whatever works better for you. And we'll do something on Asian cinema, the historical. I'd like to do like a chew the fat special on the sort of historical epic Asian cinema films. I'd like to cover Ran in that. I'd like to cover what's it called? Red, the one that had a sequel. I've got it on Blu-ray. God, I can't remember the name. Anyway, we'll go through it. There's loads of stuff. The Three Armies and all of those movies. I'd like to sort of talk about those and talk about which ones are worth watching and which ones aren't. Now, if we just have a quick look here, you'll be able to see that the Axis have lost 5,691 power points in that turn, which is like tanks, infantry, various things. It all each vehicle that's destroyed is worth points, right? So you can see they've lost 13 Tiger 2s. That turn they've lost 10 Panthers. They've lost 35 Stug 3s. They've lost 47 Hetzers, 80 SS Panzer Grenadier. There's 120 normal Panzer Grenadier, and then 1,800 regular army, I think. infantry and, you know, various other vehicles, captured tanks, etc. Then the Allied losses, so that's 5,691 for the Germans. My losses are 9,267. So at the minute, he's inflicting a lot of pain on me. Cards received this turn. Roadblock new unit. I'll tell you now. I'm gonna activate the new unit, whatever it is. The new unit is the 7th Armored Division near 12 points. So we're going to play that straight away. Where is that? 3 points. Is that down here somewhere? Where's the yellow bit? Here it is. Stormont, Leglaise, yeah, Stavlo. I'm quite happy actually to put it in 3 bridges. That's not a problem. So pressing a key will do that. If I go back on the map, so we're now on, it's the daytime, so it's the middle of the day of the 2nd day of Battle of the Bulge. So let's just have a look and see how we're doing. I'm going to zoom up, I'm going to zoom in so you can see things a bit closer. So in the north, I'm doing fine. Very historical. The north, he didn't do very well. The Americans were pretty robust. Slightly further down, it's a bit of a mixed bag here, but I'm still holding on. So as long as I can hold on up to this area here, I'll be happy. And I've got a lot of reinforcements coming in this area. There's a lot of guys coming down this road here. Yeah, so further down, I've got lots of guys coming in, and we're going to make a stand just east of Malmedy, around the Amblev River. So this is a bit of a funnel, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. I've already got a bit of a defense set up. We're going to improve that. He didn't get that far here, so that's good news. So I've got a defensive ring I'm setting up here as well with what's left of the 99th Infantry Division. So that's fine. Now, further in the middle, here's St. Vith. So I'm setting up a defense ring here, so that's still looking good. He hasn't got that much closer here, so that's good. Going further south, things get a bit... now, look here. Oh, shit. So here, we're really in the shit. You can see here, this is one of the SS units. Look how far they've come. And all I've got in the way there is this artillery piece. I did say this, and that's why I kept this guy back. Now, didn't I put a tank with him? Yeah, that was a really good move, keeping that tank there. Because I could see that there was a gap here. So here I started organising a defence. They're already here, but I've done a lot of damage to them. But I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold that. That's questionable. Here he's already got past me as well. Look, further south. These guys are pretty battered. That's a pretty significant German unit. He's captured Clairvaux. I had units in Clairvaux, so they've been destroyed. So yeah, so this is the gap. This is the hole. This is the hole in the front right here, and that leads straight to Houfflaise, to Vigny, and then here's Bastogne, where I've got something of a defence already. So that's not looking so great. There's a big gap there. We've got to see what we can do. Further in the south here, we've also got problems because these guys are pushing. This is Panzer I didn't expect to be this far south. I'm glad I pulled those units back. That was definitely the right decision. He didn't get that far forward. He would have overwhelmed me up there, and then he would have come straight in and captured all this. So that was a good decision. Here it's surprising the degree that he's gone onto the offensive. Here is a real surprise. Really pushing hard. Looks like here I've stalled him a bit because there's nothing else that's kind of come in and pushed up. Here I'm in the shit, but we might be able to hang on to that. We'll see what I can get up there. Got some units here that I might be able to send some stuff up this road actually, so maybe we can help out. We've got something here. Yeah, I could send them up, I guess, and that's probably not going to get there in time though. Yeah, so some tricky situations in the south, a bit of a gap in the middle, a significant gap, I would say. That's I'm a bit wide open here, where between Clairvaux and here, look, I've got nothing between here and Bastogne. He can just literally drive through here. So he can get to Vigny-Houfflet. I've got nothing coming here at the moment. So yeah, there's a big gap in my line. So everything to play for, but I'm getting to grips with it now. It would be really useful if I knew how to blow bridges up. Oh wow, that sounds very interesting, Anna. Very interesting. I can see you're committed to going to sleep and have started about 4 different conversations with 3 different people there. So that's good. All right, so don't forget, guys, I'm going to be back online in just under 3 hours interviewing LaMonica Garrett, star of 1883, star of Designated Survivor, star of Man of War, and a gazillion other things. He's got 65 credits on IMDb, and I haven't even talked to him about his theatre work yet. So we're gonna get into all of that. Yeah, let's see. All right. Oh, that's interesting. Look, you can see the German advance up here in this kind of little map in the corner here. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's save the game. Save. Gonna go with this one again. Yeah. Allies auto save. Come on. All right. Gonna quit out of here. Yeah, I'm sure. Quit out of here. Take that down. Oh, there we are. Oh, look, some people watching. Let me just, I can put some of the comments up now because I'm in. Yeah, wish I could send you a photo. 2 weeks ago, I was poking around the chamber tombs. By that, I mean I was investigating them. I don't mean I was poking. Called Takeda Yakona, that had inscriptions over the doorways that looked just like the paths of the dead. Wait, what? Now, that all sounds very fantastic. Northern English for start. I'm just saying hello before jumping on Toxic Stream. Northern, I think Toxic Stream will be finished by the time I do my interview with LaMonica Garrett. So, mate, make sure you pop on and watch that. I'll ask some questions. I'll happily put them to him. Going to be an amazing guest. He's only on for an hour, so you can watch the rest of Open Bar after. Yeah, loads of other comments from earlier. I won't read all of those out, but appreciate Wormy Spoons popping in, Kit popping in. Quite a few other people popped in earlier as well. Miss Sparkles was here, Keith was here. I only ever watch you, and of course, Retro Nerd Girl. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, 9 o'clock, I'm going to be back with a really special guest. Until then, here's me dancing on stage. That was